right. I think we'll go ahead and get going here. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this excellent opportunity with SILAC. They are innovators in the industry. We've got Molly McEwen here joining us to talk about the new 5-year product they're getting ready to launch and some of the enhancements that they've made to their product line, and just an overview of their comprehensive lineup in general. They've got some really great stuff. We've been an excellent partner with SILAC since their inception, and we see that looking very, very positive going into the second half of 2024 and beyond. So, Molly, how are you this morning?
I'm fantastic, Matt. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
Glad to have you. So before we get into these opportunities with SILAC, I'm going to do what I do. For those of you that have joined our webinars before, you know the story. We're going to go through very briefly our value prop here at IMES. And about 38 years ago now, Charles Hiring founded IMES on a platform of industry-leading service. I wasn't around back then. I was very much in diapers at that time. But the story hasn't changed. When you call into IMES, you should always get a live person. In fact, we don't even have voicemail. That's not because we're out of date and archaic. It's because we firmly believe that a personal touch is what can help our advisors get to the next level. And so whenever you call in here, we try and answer the phone right away and get you to the person you're needing to talk to, or in their absence, somebody who can help you. And we have an excellent team of people to support us in what we do as sales directors, like me, Matt Sabala, on the annuity side. And then we have our life sales directors as well. And we have, in total, we have about 10, 11 salespeople. Everybody else is support. And we have about 90 people employed here at IMES. So that's a fantastic example of the level of service that we try to employ for our advisors. I think we do a very good job of it. I've been around the industry for quite a while. I am just now entering my first full year of service here at IMES, and I do believe we excel at that. One of the other reasons, the service is a huge component in everything we do, but one of the other reasons that people really like working with us is during your first 6 months contracted with us here at IMES, we want to invest heavily in those producers who show that they are actual producers who can bring business in. And so during your first 6 months contracted with us, there are different thresholds that you can reach in which we will reimburse you in a big way to keep your sales funnel full in 2024 and beyond. So I told you I've been here about a year. Just in the last 6 months, I had, I think, I have 4 different producers hit the $1 million level within the last 6 months, and a couple, hit that level in my first 6 months here. But what that allows us to do with 3 out of those 4 producers, we just did 3 seminars for them. We scheduled those, and those are keeping them awfully busy right now. A fantastic way to keep their sales funnel full. Another one of them is doing a program we call the annuity rank, which is basically having conversations with clients who are looking to refinance an older annuity policy and replace that to more competitive policy, like we'll be talking about today with SILAC. But there are different thresholds you can meet, and I have people in every step here. But these are fantastic opportunities to keep your sales funnel full for the next 6 months and beyond. And we're flexible with this. It doesn't have to just be what you see here. Just like you guys, the best new client that we can get is almost universally going to be a referral. And so the people that work with me, I think really, for the most part, I think everybody does, but I'm going to say for the most part, they like to work with me. I think I provide good value to my producers, and I think IMES provides good value to its producers. So it's a compliment when we get a referral, yes, but it's also a huge opportunity, and we want to ensure that you are compensated for that opportunity. So if you refer somebody to us, we'll give you $50 when they get contracted, but the real money kicks in when they start writing business. A good example is if they write an indexed annuity policy, we're going to pay you 20 basis points on that policy. So a $100,000 policy pays you $200, and that continues indefinitely. We write checks for thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every quarter to producers because of this business builders program. So if you don't want to go to the trouble of developing an agency, a referral bonus is a great way to see some residual income and help your friends be successful here at IMES also. So we do three things really, really well, I think. Let's throw service out of it because it's a component of all of this. But back office support is the first area that I think we really excel. We have excellent people to help follow your business from submission to commission. So we have Michelle and her team on the life side, and Mackenzie and her team on the annuity side. And their teams are specifically assigned to certain carriers, so they understand the ins and outs of those carriers, like with the bigger ones, like SILAC, Athene, North American. You'll often see more than one person assigned to those carriers, so we can handle all that business. But they will try to take things off your plate from a follow-up standpoint and from a compliance suitability standpoint, to where we handle as much of that as possible and try and head off any obstacles before we even get there. But when they do come up, we want to be the ones on the phone with the carrier and keeping you in front of your clients as much as possible. And we'll communicate with you and get what we need from you. But our back office support is excellent. We are rolling out some additional resources that I'm really, really excited to talk about from a back office standpoint that are going to be at the fingertips of our advisors in an online portal. Talk more detailed about that in the coming weeks. But this is one area I think we're very, very good. Our website is full of resources. If you have not had a website walkthrough and you would like one, please get with your annuity sales director or life sales director, and we will make sure we walk you through that. But everything's on there that you need from a sales resource perspective. We've got our online portal that has lots of different things that we could just brand to your practice with your logo, your colors, and you can use that to market and drip on potential clients or people that you're already working with. We've got our comparison tools like Annuity Rate Watcher on there. We've got our e-submission tools like Firelight and IGO Pipeline. Everything that you need to sell is on our website. We've even got like our sales processes and sales resource like Retirement Analyzer is on there also. So if you haven't had a walkthrough and you would like one, please let us know. We'll spend the time to make sure you're comfortable with that. Like I mentioned a second ago, e-submission. If you're not leveraging e-submittal, honestly, you're really wasting time, and you may not be getting paid as much as you should get paid. Our e-submittal tools are just a click away on our website, and they will save you time. You learn it once. It's like riding a bike. It's actually very simple. It's easier than learning how to ride a bike. I remember crashing a bunch of times. You won't crash with this because it'll stop you before you have the opportunity to make a mistake. And we have people here, again, going back to our service model, who will walk you through that process if you get stuck. And we're happy to invest the time to make sure you're comfortable here, because it will cost you less time in just filling out applications. And it'll cost us less time in scrubbing those applications, and it'll cause the carriers to spend less time when an application gets submitted to them in getting it through their process. I'm sure Molly would agree with that. If you submit electronically, your business will get paid more quickly typically. Like I said, just a couple of clicks away on our website, you can use your mobile app to access that as well. The second area I think we do very, very well is creative marketing solutions. So our creative team is growing again. We just hired somebody new to kind of head up all the projects that our creative team does, but we do everything from business cards and stationery up to websites, getting you on the radio, Fox News. I mean, we do it all and everything in between. The key is we meet our advisors where they're at. Some don't need very much. Most do. And we want to help you, be the credible person that you need to be when it comes to meeting with people virtually. You need an online presence right now. And we'd like to sit down with you and discuss your goals and back into a custom strategy, help you bite off one piece at a time to help you achieve those goals that you have for 2024 and beyond. If you have not had a custom marketing analysis done with your sales director, and you would like one, it is a great way to set out a timeline and put things in motion for you to meet your goals. If you don't have goals, that's a different conversation altogether. But we'd be happy to help you set those based on your income targets and just your client, I guess, target profile as well. So back in 2016, 2018, if you were in the industry, you remember all the changes that the DOL was threatening back then. It looked like for a while that you were going to have to get your securities license to continue to sell FIAs and potentially life insurance. Good thing is, it didn't pan out then. Some of that legislation got thrown out, but consistent changes have been made, and we formed Diamonds Wealth Management back in the day to be a resource as a fiduciary for our advisors in the case that they did need to have a securities license or a securities professional to be able to sell products. We wanted a platform to be able to do that. That's all on the table again. In fact, we have been one of the few IMOs that have really been active in legislation and staying on top of the changes the Department of Labor will be enacting. As far as the way it's written right now, September 23rd of this year, it's a big deal. If you guys are not aware of the changes that are happening, let me know. We actually have a good summarization of everything, and already some compliance kits that you can use to make sure that you stay in compliance. But our IMS Wealth Management team is also there as a resource if you do need to have a conversation with somebody who wants to leave money in a growth bucket or have a securities conversation about their investment accounts. In a lot of cases, you can't legally do that if you don't have those licenses. So our IMS Wealth Management team will participate in a call with you. If they need to leave some of that money in a managed account, we can help you do that so they don't have to go and talk to another producer. It helps keep that client close. And if you do want to earn your license, we can be a resource to you to help do that as well. And then when you get your license, we will flip those clients back to you so you can earn your commissions on those or those fees on those clients that you're managing money for. But if you have questions about the DOL, let us know. We are absolutely staying on top of that. We just did a webinar last week on it. Had more people on that webinar than I've ever seen by a factor of 3, and a lot of interest around that. The good news is I don't think you're going to need your securities license. In fact, I'm 99% sure of that. But there are some changes that you will have to make in your practice, especially as it comes to working with qualified money. We'll help keep you apprised of all of that. Third thing, and I'm almost done here, guys, that I think we do really, really well is happening right now in Des Moines, Iowa. Our Life and Annuity Academy is the tip of the spear in the industry when it comes to high-level training for our advisors. So we have the best of the best producers like yourselves out there training other producers to be as successful as they are in sales processes, best practices, sales concepts, effective marketing, and all sorts of different tools that you can take from these training academies, take them back to your practice, implement those ideas and processes, and close more business. I have been to 3 of these academies in the year that I've been with IMS. Each one has helped me be a more effective annuity sales director, but even better, I mean, it's really helped the producers that I've had out at these events, and I've seen everybody that comes back from these unequivocally have new ideas and processes that they can implement to close more business in their practice, and they've done so. So if you would like to attend a Life and Annuity Academy, as long as you meet the qualification, it's all inclusive, and we would love to have you out there. Let me launch quickly a poll, and if you'd like to get out to our next academy, I do believe we're doing that in July, maybe at the very latest, early August. But let us know if you'd like to get out there, and we'll have that conversation with you about getting you qualified for it. Okay, let me close this out. All right. finally, it wouldn't be a presentation if I didn't ask you to like and subscribe. Social media is very, very important this day and age. You may not think it is, you may not use it personally, but I bet a lot of your clients do. And if they don't have the ability to interact with you on social media, it can, in some people's eyes, it can make you look less of a professional. This is a presence you need to have. If you don't, our creative team can help do that for you. So let us know if you need that. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Molly, because that's what you guys came here for anyway. Molly, please take it away.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and get started here. Matt, can you see the confidentiality screen?
I can. Looks perfect. Thank you.
Okay, looks perfect. Good. Okay. Sometimes it lets you know and sometimes it doesn't. So good morning, everyone. I'm super excited to be here with you. My name is Molly McEwen. I'm the Annuity Sales Director here at SILAC. So I support our VPs. Andre Thompson is IM's dedicated Regional Vice President here at SILAC. And so I support him and I manage our Monday morning webinars. SILAC hosts Monday webinars. Each week we do different product trainings. We have the point series happening, so a more generalized educational series. So maybe some of you have logged on to that. But this morning we're going to be focusing mainly on our FIAs. I'm going to put a lot of emphasis on our Teton product. Teton was our flagship FIA. And we'll touch on briefly Denali and Vega. So in the SILAC lineup here, Teton is really our principal protection and accumulation FIA. Teton was designed for early liquidity, so RMDs, early free withdrawals. We have a cumulative withdrawal feature on Teton. And then we launched Elevation and Elevation Plus riders, which gave your policyholders additional liquidity. It also extends some of those benefits to their spouse. We'll talk a little bit about that shortly. Denali is excellent for accumulation and lifetime income. So from a suitability perspective, you can sell this product for someone that's just looking for principal protection and accumulation. It has those higher caps and par rates. But Denali's liquidity focus is a built-in lifetime income rider and at no cost. There's no fee to add that rider on to Denali. Income is calculated off of your policy value, so there are no separate income riders or income values attached to Denali. And then Vega is retirement benefit focused or enhanced death benefit if you're interested in wealth transfer. So Vega has some unique features on its benefit value. Some deferral multipliers and accumulation multipliers and some bonuses. So we'll touch on Vega briefly. Now the big highlight of Teton is we've launched a 5-year. So Teton primarily was 7, 10, and 14-year terms, and we're now releasing the 5-year. So we're going to touch on Teton. So Teton now comes in a 5 up to a 14-year surrender term. We're launching the Teton 5-year and Teton bonus 5-year surrender term on June 3rd. So applications, illustrations will be available then. Maximum issue age on Teton 5 and 7 is age 90. Teton 10 is max issue age 85, and Teton 14 and Teton bonus 14 are max issue age of 80. All products have a $10,000 minimum qualified and non-qual start. Additional premiums are allowed. So this is a modified single premium FIA. You can make additional contributions in the first 12 months, and maximum total premium amount is $1 million. Now we will consider higher premium amounts on Teton with a large case approval form. And if you need that, you can get that from Matt here, or we have it available to you on the agent portal. So again, Teton is primarily accumulation focused. It doesn't have any income riders tied to it. It has early liquidity options. So really accumulation focused, principal protection focused. Again, those CDSC terms are 5 up to 14 years, and we have bonus and non-bonus versions available. Up to 13% premium bonus on Teton with the Elevation Plus riders. And now the bonus, there's a lot of conversation about when does a bonus make sense on an FIA. Bonus or non-bonus versions, I mean, they're It's really policyholder choice, but you can find that a bonus product will make a lot of sense if you have someone that's maybe incurring a penalty on a replacement. And that bonus version of the product can offset that surrender charge in most cases, or it gives you that early bump up in premium in the first year. So depending on the client's financial need or goal, a bonus or a non-bonus product might make sense. Adding on those elevation riders that we talked about, again, there are no fees tied to Teton, Denali, or Vega. SILAC is very focused on not drafting your customer's policy value for a rider or a feature that they may not wind up using. We like having these options available to our customers. We want the policies to be flexible for those unexpected life events and not necessarily dragging down returns or policy values with those fees. So Teton, again, has no rider fees associated with it. Now, as of May 8th, we had a rate increase. So on Teton, fixed rates up to 4.75%, S&P caps up to 8.75%, annual participation rates are up to 57%. Our S&P Duo Swift, which is a volatility controlled strategy designed by S&P to track the S&P, is up to 75%. Custom indexes, annual par rates are up to 212%. And then our Boost strategy is at 4.25. Boost is an inverse spread. And Boost strategies are often the first to come back after a period of time of negative returns. So you just need the index to perform slightly, go up a little year over year, and have that boost applied to get a really good interest credit. So when you're considering diversification, focusing and including maybe a Boost strategy on your diversification strategy can make sense. And again, those rate increases were effective May 8th. Now, Teton 5-year is really the focus, right? We're just now releasing the 5-year term. So fixed rates on the 5-year up to 4.5, so slightly adjusted down from the 7, 10, and 14 years, caps at 8.75, S&P par rates are at 52%. Duo Swift annual point-to-point par rates are at 75. Our custom indexes, right, that's your S&P Raven Pack, your Barclays, your NASDAQ up to 210%, and Boost at 4.25. So premium bonuses, Teton Bonus 5 has up to a 7% premium bonus, and that's with the addition of the elevation plus riders. So Teton Bonus 7 at 9%, Teton Bonus 10 is at 11% upfront premium bonus, right? This is applied right to your account value at issue. Teton Bonus 14 is at 13%. Now, Teton Bonus 14 was recently released in California, and we released Denali 14 also in California. Max issue age in California is 56 on that 14-year product, so just keep that in mind. There is bonus opportunity for those older issue ages, 81 and older, 4.5% bonus on Teton Bonus 5. Right, there aren't many FIAs in the space today with that shorter surrender term that have upfront premium bonuses, and that bonus applies to any contributions that your policyholder makes in the first year. Teton Bonus 7 is at 6.5, Teton Bonus 10 is at 11%. And again, the older issue age on the Teton Bonus 14, no bonus there. Again, max issue age in California is just 56. So some of the features of Teton and Teton Bonus, just as it stands today, no additional riders attached. Right, RMDs are available immediately, policy year 1, and that's at no detriment to the policyholder or the advisor. We are RMD friendly. Free withdrawals are available policy year 2, and standard free withdrawal amount on our SILAC FIAs is 5%, but Teton has a cumulative withdrawal feature, meaning if your policyholder doesn't use that free withdrawal available to them in year 2, it rolls over to the next year, so on and so forth. So on the 5-year term, you have a max cumulative withdrawal of 20%, right? As it's just a 5-year term. On your 7, 10, and 14 years, you have up to a 30% cumulative withdrawal feature. Your caregiver benefit, that's just your owner. Those are your nursing home, terminal illness waivers, at-home care waivers. With the addition of elevation, which we're going to talk about here, elevation is the most recent rider, liquidity rider that we made available on Teton with the 50 basis point annual spread, which I'll talk about in a moment. That increases your free withdrawals up to 10% beginning policy year 2. Your 5-year term cumulative withdrawal feature is now a max of 40%. 7, 10, and 14-year cumulative withdrawals are at 50%, right? They have longer terms. The caregiver benefit is still available to your owner. That's your nursing home, terminal illness, long-term care waivers. But we've added on another 10% free withdrawal. That's your life event withdrawal. So we opened up additional liquidity to your policyholder in the event of a life event. And what I mean by that is if there's a medical bill that your policyholder needs assistance paying, if they have they need repair to their primary residence, or if they're purchasing their first home. If they have a tuition payment that they would like to make, if they're helping a family member with tuition, those type of life events, we're giving you an additional 10% free withdrawal in a year. That means your policyholder can take their 10% free withdrawal, their standard, and their 10% life event withdrawal if they qualify, right? If they have one of those events. They can combine it with their cumulative withdrawal. They could take their maximum cumulative withdrawal of 40% and their life event withdrawal in the same policy year. So Elevation offers a lot of additional liquidity, but we took it a step further with Elevation Plus. Elevation Plus gives you an additional premium bonus, meaning you can purchase the Teton FIA, which doesn't have any upfront bonus as it stands, and get a 2%, 3%, or 5% premium bonus with the addition of the Elevation Plus rider. If they're buying the Teton bonus product, they can get that additional premium bonus on top of it. It's going to give them the same liquidity features as Elevation, but now we're opening up those caregiver benefits to their spouse. So the spouse doesn't have to be on the policy, but if your policy owner is married and their spouse has a life event, meaning they're confined to a nursing home, they need at-home care, they're terminally ill, we'll allow the policy owner to access the full account value via those 3 life event options, those caregiver benefits. So more liquidity to your customers upfront, and that's Elevation Plus is available to you at a 1% annual spread. It'll never take your policyholder backwards. So in a policy year where they get a positive interest credit, we'll take that 1% spread. If they had a 1% positive interest credit, we take the 1% spread. If they had no interest credit that year, no spread is deducted from the account value, right? It's only if they get a positive interest credit. If the interest credit is less than 1%, no spread taken. So we're not interested in taking your policyholder backwards. We never want to draft off their account value for a benefit that they may or may not use. But if they do have a positive interest credit, it is a 1% annual spread for Elevation Plus. And Elevation Plus has blown the Elevation rider out of the water. 9-to-1, Elevation Plus has been added on to Teton. There are a lot of benefits to Elevation Plus for just a slightly higher annual spread. And a point to make is that those Elevation Plus and Elevation riders were the brainchild of a SILAC employee needing additional liquidity. And we thought, man, if we had something like this available in this situation, it would have really benefited this individual. That's what sparked was the brainchild of opening up these liquidity riders to the policyholders. So it's feedback we get from the field, feedback from employees even. How do we really improve and build on the FIAs that we offer today? So I talked a little bit about Teton bonus plus the Elevation Plus rider. So that's going to increase that premium bonus that we talked about up to 9% on the Teton bonus 5. That's with the addition of the Elevation Plus rider. All the way up to Teton bonus 14 with that Elevation Plus rider gets your upfront premium bonus to 18%. So huge benefit to adding on that additional liquidity rider if it's appropriate for your policyholder and they think, I want to be prepared for those life events, Elevation Plus is available. But the 5 years really the song and dance here. We're really excited to finally have that 5-year FIA strategy really open up the laddering strategies across the SILAC FIAs, having that shorter term. And again, it gives you a nice bonus opportunity. There aren't many FIAs today on the market that offer that upfront premium bonus. So again, just a snapshot here, that 7% bonus on Teton 5, with the addition of Elevation Plus on that 5-year, you can get up to a 9% upfront premium bonus. Fixed rates at 4.5, 3.25, slightly adjusted down on the bonus product. And of course, S&P caps 8.75 up to 7%. That's on the 5-year product. So we're really excited to launch that 5-year. So again, launch timeline, we've started our marketing kickoff, right? We're here talking about it with you. Product training is now available on Reg Ed. In the past, SILAC was hosting those product trainings via Monday morning webinars, things of that nature, but it's hard to keep track of it. So we have product training available to you on Reg Ed now. If you're an advisor that's already sold Teton in the past, you've already taken the Teton product training, we have a short mini training on Reg Ed you can take just to cover the 5-year with those elevation riders. So it's very short, I think maybe 5 to 10 minutes to get through just the 5-year training, again, available to you on Reg Ed. Apps, sales materials, and illustrations we have available as of June 3rd, so upcoming. More than likely, compliance will have those available on the website the Thursday or Friday before, but again, it will be a hard availability on June 3rd. And then first issue date is June 5th. So SILAC issues all of our FIAs on Wednesdays. So June 5th will be the first issue date. We are super excited. State availability. Teton today is available in 44 states. We are waiting on California. We're waiting on some of those others. Of course, not available in New York. We don't sell in New York, but stay tuned. But we're really excited to have it available in those 44 states. And the microsite is live. So silacins.com/Teton5 will take you to our Teton microsite. From that microsite, you can access the sites for all of our indexes and all of our products. But we'll have rates, states, brochures, and highlight sheets available to you on that microsite. But that's not all. So coming June 3rd, elevation riders will also be available in Indiana. So we're super excited about that. You know, Department of Labor moves slowly. So we're super excited to have the elevation riders in Indiana. So we talked a lot about Teton, right? Teton's that principal protection and accumulation FIA, really designed for early liquidity. So those free withdrawals, RMDs, and those elevation plus riders. Denali is a little bit different. Denali stands on the shoulders of Teton. It was our second FIA that we released. And while Denali is one of our strongest accumulation FIAs, it's also great for lifetime income. It has a built-in lifetime income rider at no cost to the policyholder. There are no fees. So Denali today comes in 7, 10, and 14-year CDSC terms. It also has a bonus or a non-bonus version available. And again, the bonus products oftentimes can be appropriate for someone when they're completing a replacement. We need to offset that surrender charge, or we need that upfront premium bonus, that bump up. So again, Denali has lifetime withdrawals. They're calculated off of your policy value. Denali also has wellness withdrawals. That's your ADL benefit. So if you have a policyholder that's taking lifetime income and they experience that 2 out of 6 activity of daily living life event, we will double the amount of income they're receiving for up to 5 years. If they're taking a joint lifetime income, it's 1.5 times. Bonus recovery is built into Denali. That's sort of that recapture feature. So if you have a policyholder that's surrendering their policy early, there is a bonus recapture tied to that Denali bonus product. Highlights, so rate highlights. Again, rates increased on May 8th. Right now, fixed rates up to 5.25. S&P caps are at 11.75. S&P 500 annual par rates are at 72%. S&P 500 monthly point-to-point caps 3.85. Our custom indexes like the NASDAQ, including our Duo Swift, S&P Ravenpack, Barclays Atlas at 265. And those custom index boosts are at 5.75. And again, if you haven't run an illustration for boost or talked about it, it can be a great opportunity when you have a policyholder that's looking to diversify. Boost can make a lot of sense. It's oftentimes the first strategy to come back positive after those down periods. And again, Denali is now available in California. That ADL benefit is included. So there are maybe 2 other carriers I can think of in California that have that ADL benefit. We're super excited to be one of them and offer that rider option there. So that's not all with Denali. We talked about the lifetime income rider built in on that accumulation value, calculated off of your policy value. Well, we're coming out with a guaranteed lifetime income rider on Denali. It's a competitive lifetime income rider. We're super excited to have it. It's going to have a guaranteed roll-up rate in addition to increased premium bonuses, increased liquidity, and that bonus is also going to include interest credits. So we're really excited. This is going to be a fantastic guaranteed lifetime income rider that we're going to be able to offer on Denali. And that's coming summer of 2024. Right now we're looking at a July 2024 launch date. So stay tuned. We'll have updates and information over to Matt as they become available to share with the field. Next, we'll talk a little bit about Vega. Vega is the third FIA in the SILAC lineup. Vega is really focused on those future lifetime income benefits, that wealth transfer play if you have someone that is thinking about their beneficiaries. Vega can make a lot of sense there. Our Vega bonus product has a 50% benefit-based bonus. That 50% bonus is not on your account value, it's on the benefit value. That's the value that we're using to calculate lifetime income. So Vega does have that account value and benefit value, those buckets. Now Vega uses multipliers to grow that benefit value. And what that means is anytime there's a positive interest credit on your account value, you're getting a multiple of that applied to your benefit value. So Vega's story is really that benefit value, that benefit base. That is the value we're using to calculate lifetime income. That's also the value we're using to pay your beneficiaries, right? They can take your account value on Vega as a lump sum, or they can take your benefit value in 5 equal installments paid out. So very competitive product if you're looking for someone for that wealth transfer play. Again, no fee is tied to Vega for that rider. Vega also has those wellness withdrawals. That's that ADL multiplier. So if you have someone taking lifetime income, we will double the amount of income they're receiving for up to 5 years if they qualify, that 2 out of 6 activity of daily living, or it's 1.5 times if they're taking joint income. And again, that's the unlimited enhanced death benefit available in most states. So a rate highlight on Vega. Fixed rates at 2.25, S&P caps are at 5%, annual par rates on the S&P are at 30%, our monthly point-to-point caps on the S&P are at 1.75, custom index annual point-to-point par rates are at 110%, custom index boosts are at a 50 basis point. So you can get that great boost on the annual boost strategy. If you're looking at a diversification option, boost can make a lot of sense. So benefit value accumulation, right? That's the bucket that we're using to calculate lifetime income. Vega operates a little bit differently than Denali or Teton, right? We have these multipliers that grow the benefit value, that lifetime income rider value on Vega. So while your policyholders in their accumulation phase, they're not taking lifetime income, that benefit multiplier on the deferral growth is at 250% on Vega 7, 275 on Vega 10, and 300% on Vega 14. That means anytime I get a positive interest credit on my Vega contract, that positive interest credit is multiplied by the 250, 275, or 300, and that amount is credited to my benefit value. So account value growth on Vega is modest. A value growth on your benefit value is exponential. So that's really the value we're focusing on Vega. Now, once your policyholder starts taking income, there's still an opportunity to grow that benefit value. So now that we're in our income phase, that growth on your benefit value drops down to a 150% on Vega 7, 175 on Vega 10, 200% on Vega 14. So you still have an opportunity, even though you're paying yourself that lifetime income, to continue growing that benefit value. And that's really for that wealth transfer to your beneficiaries, right? But if you get a step up, for example, we have a fantastic year and you get that higher interest credit, we'll recalculate your income. If that interest credit that you got increased your account value to the previous, compared to the previous year, we will honor that step up and increase that lifetime income. So again, benefit rate is your account value interest credit multiplied by that benefit multiplier. In that example, if you had a 4% interest credit and the benefit rate on Vega 14 is you take that 4% multiplied by 300%, that's a 12% credit to your benefit value on Vega. Similarly, Vega Bonus also has the same features. Now, the deferral and the payout multipliers are slightly adjusted down as compared to the non-bonus counterpart, and that's because you get an upfront bonus on your benefit value at issue. So on Vega Bonus 7, it's a 50% bonus up to age 80. Vega Bonus 10 is also a 50% bonus, and Vega Bonus 14 at 50% up to age 80. On Vega Bonus 7 and 10, on those older issue ages, up to 90 on Vega Bonus 7 and 85 on Vega Bonus 10, it drops down to a 10% upfront benefit-based bonus. Deferral multipliers and payout multipliers on the Vega Bonus products are at 150% on Vega Bonus 7. Vega Bonus 10 is at 175, and Vega Bonus 14 is at 200%. And again, we're taking that 4% interest credit in this example, multiplying it by your deferral multiplier, that 200%, that gets you an 8% interest credit onto your benefit value. So the benefit value, again, is really the focus on Vega. It's that long-term income play or that wealth transfer play. So how do you access the benefit value? What other options are there to take that money, right? We offer increasing lifetime income, which starts out a little bit lower than the level income counterpart. We also have wellness withdrawals available on the Vega product. We talked about that's your ADL benefit. Accelerated withdrawals are the first of its kind on Vega, right? I haven't seen an accelerated withdrawal feature on any other FIA in the market today. Accelerated withdrawals allow your policyholder to access that benefit value in installments over 7 or 10 years, depending on that CDSC term that they purchase, right? If they're in a 7, 10, or 14-year product. So we can have that benefit value paid out to them in equal installments over those 7 or 10 years, because lifetime income might not be the goal for some. They might have other laddering strategies at play. We have another plan. Accelerated withdrawals might make more sense than taking that lifetime income stream, right? We have some people that have other retirement plans. They want to be able to take that value. We want them to be able to access the benefit value. Accelerated withdrawals really gives them that option. And last but not least, Vega's really focused on that wealth transfer play to beneficiaries. Your beneficiaries can take that benefit value in 5 equal installments over 5 years, or the account value in a lump sum. Now, all of these options are available to your policy owner, right? Your increasing level withdrawals or your accelerated withdrawal feature at the time they need to take income. So when they're taking the application, we don't have to know upfront which option they want to choose. That's up to them to decide down the road. The enhanced death benefit option is available to the beneficiaries. So at the time they submit the claim form, they can make the choice of whether they want to do the lump sum upfront or the enhanced death benefit play. Totally up to the beneficiaries. We don't have to know upfront. So that's really the FIA focus here at SILAC. Teton, that accumulation, principal protection FIA, early liquidity, Denali's accumulation, and that lifetime income feature. And Vega's really enhanced benefits to your beneficiaries, or that long-term lifetime income play. So being an IAMS advisor, you have access to the SILAC Inner Circle bonus program. This is an additional commission bonus program that we pay out to our advisors. So the Inner Circle program is designed for advisors that are writing 2.5 million of premium or more. We have an additional commission bonus that will pay. Inner Circle also gets you a dedicated customer service team here at SILAC. So if you're calling in to service in-force policies or you're submitting pending business, we have the Inner Circle customer service team to assist you. We also have our Ember program. Ember is designed for advisors that are writing 10 million in premium or more. You get the similar customer service incentive here at SILAC. You also get a more one-on-one relationship with leadership. It gives you an opportunity to have that relationship with leadership, give us feedback that you're hearing from the field. It also gets our IAMS marketers in the same program, so they have an elevated level of customer service here as well. So if you're interested in Inner Circle or Ember, Matt here at IMES is the person to talk to. He can get you those flyers or talk more about it with you. So Matt, that really takes up my time here. Those are our 3 FIAs. Do you have any questions that you wanted to run down with me?
I appreciate it, Molly. You guys, man, you have a really comprehensive lineup, and I love that you're adding the guaranteed income rider later on this year. I think that was the one piece that you were missing.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
That short-term FIA now, I think, is a phenomenal opportunity. Also, there is really an underutilized opportunity in the marketplace for that right now. So I was excited to see you guys announce that earlier this year. We've known about it for a while, but our producers, I'm sure, are going to use it to a great extent. That launches tomorrow, is that right?
So product training is available on Reg Ed today, actually, and then illustrations application kits for the 5-year will be available on June 3rd. So product training right now is good to go, but the product will be available to sell June 3rd.
Awesome. Yeah. So we've got about 2 weeks on that one, maybe a little bit longer than that. I did have one question that I think is a no, but I'm going to ask you to see if you have more information. Will SILAC have a flow premium available for the education market? So I think what Bob's asking there is there a, like LSW does this, for example, North American offers some product here, flexible premium that has a slot in the 403B space. I've never seen you guys be involved there. Any plans?
We haven't been involved in that space yet. It is a conversation that we are actively having with product development right now. Most of the advisors in the field have come to us asking if we can get that FPDA rolled out. I believe we are one step closer with having the 5-year product. So hopefully, yes, it's on the board. We're throwing darts at it right now. It's just a matter of pricing and the timeline. But hopefully, yes. Hopefully, yes.
Oh, cool. Okay. I don't see any other questions that I wasn't able to answer. What is the commission on the 5-year Teton?
Yeah, street, I can tell you, is at 5.5.
Now 5.5, commission, that's pretty competitive. Okay.
Pretty competitive. Commission sheets were actually just sent over to IMES, I believe maybe Tuesday or Wednesday this week. So if you have questions about commissions, I know you should be able to come back to Matt after this webinar, and our commission sheets have been shared with the team.
Excellent. Yeah. Thank you for that. And for those of you that are wondering about that, it depends on your organization as well. Everybody's at a little bit different level sometimes. So, but street commission at 5.5 is very competitive on a 5-year product. So yeah, awesome.
I feel good about it.
Okay. Well, I don't have any other questions for you, Molly. I appreciate all of the information. I am going to launch one more poll for everybody real quick. Please participate. If you would like to be contracted with SILAC, let me know. I'll get that over to you. They are a phenomenal partner with us here at IMES. One thing Molly didn't really hit on is their fixed rates are competitive. I know she put them up there. And SILAC has an excellent history of keeping those fixed rates right where they're at once they're in contract. So if you've got a client that's looking for a good product with a company that keeps their promises, they're a good one. SILAC is one of the best in the industry.
Definitely.
All right. Well, I don't have any other questions. I think we've got all the questions answered from the people that participated. So, Molly, thank you again. We will do this again soon, and we'll see everybody else on the next webinar.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Matt.
All right. See ya.